Hey, yo, YouTube, what's good? Welcome to another episode of the Resilient Mindset Podcast, a podcast dedicated to the motivation of men's mental health and awareness. Today's topic of discussion: social proof, one of the pillars of looks, money, and status. Like Gatorade, is it in you? Pause. Let's get into it.
I feel like I'm losing my mind.
Welcome back. I want to begin with a huge shout out to the new subscribers of this channel. I greatly appreciate your support. This brings me to today's topic, which is subscriber inspires. A few weeks back, I posted a survey of what's most important between looks, money, and status. Speaking of, be on the lookout for community posts. I want to get your feedback on topics that interest you. Anyway, status was the winner. After some thought, I came to the same conclusion. Yes, all are important. However, for genuine attraction, status tops the bar. Now, I know some will say, looks matter too, bro. Yes, for initial lustful attraction and city boy status, which is cool. However, you're placed in short term gratification and placeholder status if looks are all you have going for you, which some of you may be cool with. On my channel, I encourage quality over quantity. Others may say, well, what about money? You can't be high value without money. This is partially true. However, money doesn't keep a woman's interest. We've seen public cases of the richest men on earth getting divorced or cucked from lesser men. What makes social status so important is it has one component that takes inner work and can't be capped. Some call it character, confidence, drip, swag, riz, game, mouthpiece, or whatever the hell it's called now. I call it charisma. Not everyone has it. It can't be faked and it can't be taken away. This is what gives you social proof. Looks can fade. Yes, even for men, especially if you don't consistently keep yourself up. Finances can be lost. Most importantly, charisma is a quality that is intrinsic and it self validates despite the lack of or notoriety you may receive from outside sources. So, what builds charisma? So, let's get into the three components that make up charisma. The first component, personality. Now, in this category, and there may be plenty more, I've come up with three archetypes. The aggressive archetype, and this seems to be everyone's favorite. This is the bad boy. He moves like an asshole and treats women disrespectfully or like shit, yet he makes his intentions clear. And I would say in this situation, any woman who is receptive to this type of treatment, one, she doesn't fully trust you, and two, she doesn't fully respect you. Any woman, any healthy woman that is used to this type of treatment or expects this type of treatment definitely is dealing with some unhealed trauma, which has normalized her in receiving this type of aggressive treatment. And there's nothing but, let's say, rough times ahead for that situation. The assertive archetype, and this would be under the good guy category, not to be confused with the nice guy. And this is an archetype I rarely hear being talked about. However, he moves in an assertive manner. He's direct and honest without intentionally hurting anyone's feelings. This type of archetype, you will lose more interactions than gain. However, you will attract quality interactions. This person may be perceived as being very structured, no nonsense type of guy, and not a lot of people are used to that type of mindset. So in the long run, yes, you may lose a lot more than you gain, but once again, you will gain those that are quality interactions. The passive archetype, and this would be your widely known nice guy. He operates in a subtle or sneaky manner. He moves with dishonest intentions. And with this archetype, you may gain more interactions, but they will be inauthentic or short term. And one thing that's crazy to me that it seems like no one talks about, they seem to portray the nice guy as this simpy, unattractive, friend zone type of guy, which could be the case. However, there are guys who are him or attractive who are these archetypes who fits into these archetypes as well. And that's how a lot of women get duped because, you know, they find this guy highly attractive and he runs game, or he sells them a dream, and says all the sweet things that she wants to hear. Yes, I want to be in a relationship. Yes, I want to be with you. Yes, it's you and only you. However, he's only operating in the manner to just get the drawers, and this chick falls for him head over heels, and then eventually he dumps her, or he cheats on her, or whatever the case may be. So it's really unique to me that a lot of people don't talk about the good looking nice guy archetype. They always seem to portray him as like this dude that's not getting any type of play in the friend zone for 10, 15, 20 years, and finally he gets a chance, when there are guys out there who are nice guys and who are just getting the same amount of play as, or even more than anyone else. So that's definitely interesting to me. And let me go on a small rant real quick. I promise I'll be quick. All of these archetypes I just reviewed are interchangeable. Some fit into others. There's no cookie cutter type of archetype. However, I think the basis of this is, as men, as leaders, we must set the standard for doing what's morally right. I talked a lot about that in my episode 5, 4 Historic Ways to an Abundance Mindset. And one of those pillars was justice. And that's having a high moral compass and doing what's right despite outside opinions. We criticize women for their delusional expectations, yet are we really hearing what the underlying message is? They are saying they don't feel safe emotionally, financially, or physically. So the results is, and shout out to Anthony Spade, who was the first person I heard say this: women become the men that they want. Super insightful dude. We now have an era of these masculine, independent boss chicks because men stop moving like men. We could even jump into Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Wait, nah, I gotta do a video on this now. But basically, to wrap this all in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that us as men and as leaders, we need to set the standard for the behaviors, or portray the behaviors that we want our women to follow. So if you're being the aggressive asshole type of dude, then what kind of interaction do you expect to get out of that? If you're being the assertive archetype type of dude, what kind of expectations do you expect to get out of that? If you're going to be the nice guy, passive archetype, what kind of expectations or response do you expect to get out of women with that type of archetype? Component 2, communication. Let's look at the way that you speak. Are you direct or indirect? Do you say what needs to be said, or do you kind of beat around the bush? How is your tone? Does it sound weak, or does it sound confident? Do you speak with a high-pitched voice, or do you speak with a low masculine voice? Do you sound decisive or indecisive? Can you make decisions, or do you need to get feedback or use someone else's opinion before you make a judgment call? Can you delegate tasks or communicate once? And this to me is like really interesting, because we talk about as men how we want these fit, submissive, which essentially is cooperative women. However, what does that really look like? Are you in a position in your life? Is your life set up or orderly enough where you can delegate tasks to a woman or communicate the things that you need to get done in your life? A lot of times we say we want these things, but we're not even set up in our own lives to even fulfill those type of obligations. Some of us are looking for mothers and not helpmates. Is a woman fit into your life as a need or a want? How is she to feel safe and secure coming into a grown man's space and improving his life? Like really think about that. Women who are attracted to these fixer-upper men are broken women. I would even say codependent, which is a super red flag. Once the project is complete, it's on to the next one. Is the communication reciprocal? Are you meeting you guys are you meeting each other in the middle? A lot of times I hear about this my way or the highway mentality. And to me, that just comes off like a dictatorship. And we've seen through history how that turns out to be. As a leader, it's okay to take others' opinions into consideration. In fact, I would argue it's a necessary part of being a leader. No one wants to be unheard or feel unheard. Yes, ultimately, you make the final call or the final decision. However, the people that you are supposed to be leading, or the people that's under your guide or under your protection or under your leadership, they definitely want to feel a part of that process. So I would say it's okay to take others' opinions into consideration. In fact, that is the basis of being a leader, being able to hear other people out and then ultimately make the final decision. Speaking of being heard, let me know what you think about this video so far. Take a second to hit the like and subscribe button to help expand my channel and push my content to other viewers like you. The third component, body language. Do you have approachable body language? Are you able to hold eye contact? Are you sitting or standing upright? Do you walk with a purpose? Do you have open body language? Do you stand or sit with your hands in your pocket or your arms folded or crossed? All these different things are cues, subtle physical cues that lets a woman know what type of vibe you're getting off or what type of mood you're giving off. Women are the ultimate social archetype. They are very observant and intuitive due to their social nature. Even the most social man is a noob compared to the basic female in terms of social IQ. Listen up. Charisma is an art form you must practice daily. Through trial and error, you will find your lane and comfort level. Most importantly, you are building yourself into a man you and others will respect. The respect you have for yourself is what will give you the admiration and social proof of others. Yo, which part of this video do you agree or disagree with? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know if you gained any value from this video. Stay locked for more of my content by viewing another video. Stay resilient.